100% guaranteed. If one recognizes, you can say, their true nature or the divine manifester that's living inside you, you just don't think about manifesting on an external level. You don't like say like, okay, I found the realization, so now it doesn't make sense to No, you just don't think about it. Your mind is on what you discovered. You discovered the source itself. I like the quote Yogananda said in one of his books. He says it's like God tests us. He has these millions of toys, you know, and he says, you be like the baby that doesn't want the toys the mother keeps giving it. The baby wants the mother itself. It's like, I want you, Mom. I don't care about the toys. Toys are cool. I've already played with them. Like, there's no satisfaction in them, really. It just wears off so quick. I want you. I really liked Yogananda. I'm not, there's way too many lessons. Like, he belongs to a different lineage than me, the whole yoga, Kriya thing and all that. But man, his wisdom's priceless. It's just priceless. Like, that's a real master. Yeah, I mean, there you go. So be aware if remember, it's introspection. It's a great tool, great spiritual tool. I'm grateful for the 12-step program that really drove that home for me. And then something in me just took off with it. I fell in love with introspection. When I used to do plant medicine, that's like all I would do. I just do plant medicine, man, and just dive deep in the most subtle things, catching out ego, like on levels, man, that like, whoa, like, am I helping somebody? Is it pure I'm just helping them? Especially if it's a girl. Or is there something there, like, something else there? And to look at that stuff. Not as a, guilt trip criticism way. No, as a way of just something wants to keep purifying this vehicle that the consciousness is driving. Because ironically, that coincides with being able to experience, for the consciousness to be able to experience itself. Because all these little things, ego things that hide in the dark crannies of our both conscious mind and subconscious mind, it's like each one of those things, there's like a little piece of dirt that covers this pure screen of consciousness. That dirt's covering it. And so anytime you catch out the ego, it like removes a speck of the dirt, and then you feel more light. That's how you get addicted to it. You're like, damn, I want to make this squeaky clean. At the same time, it's not being done in some obsessed way. It's not the mind that's trying to do it to clean itself so that then it can like be in nirvana. That's another thing to catch out. You see right there. See all the ways we can like catch out how the ego infiltrates our spiritual looking or practice. So for one that's recognized, you can say they're uncaused joy, and that's not a one and you're done thing. Oh, I'm totally enjoying now. It doesn't like, I like the dimmer light switch analogy. The dimmer light gets turned up sometimes on this uncaused joy, and then sometimes it's down, but it's always there. So you don't start another ego, a way the ego comes in, the mind will come in, the ego comes in and starts measuring your uncaused joy, and then tells you if you're awake or not based on its evaluation of how much you realize your uncaused joy. Catch that. And if you catch that, oh, I notice I'm more aware of my uncaused joy now. When I throw out the measuring stick and there's complete acceptance of this inner state of my defects of character and of my awareness of the source itself, when there's no measuring going on, there's just awareness of it, of that play, then that actually makes the self-realization shine more. Why? Because Acceptance means the mind's not in there with its concepts and its self-talk, and we're not listening to it. We've accepted it. We don't say, damn, my Hertz level of peace, I don't know, it's like 40 right now, but yesterday or 10 minutes ago it was at 60. Huh. What did I do wrong? Okay, let me introspect. I must have did something wrong. That's ego. Disguised as God, like doing spiritual work. No, it's at 40 hertz now because it's at 40 hertz, period. Who cares? A spiritual who cares? Oh no, now it's down to 10 hertz. Oh no, laugh at it. Oh, good. Let's go. Let's get down to 1 hertz. Let's get down to 0 hertz. Ego you can't, once you're onto its game, it can't get you. And then the hertz goes up automatically. I like that, what I share when I say, when you stop chasing or wanting, when you stop caring about getting what you want, you get what you want. It's like a hoax. You're like, well, I don't really care about now getting it. So why did you give it to me now? And God's like, ha, yeah, that's what I do. So that's a stage though, wanting to manifest. That's why I made that video. I don't remember the title. Go experience all your desires to become free. Might sound a little backwards, but it's paradoxical sadhana. I coined that word. Me and my, Indian friend, we use that word. Sometimes we use it as a joke. Yeah, that's important. Joke. It needs to be more jokes in a light way. I love self-deprecating humor. It's the best. I used to make mistakes, and then the people I could see, the little arrogant people, they're happy when you make mistakes. And you know what I'd do? I would exaggerate the mistake. I'd say, bet you can't mess up like this. See, you're stupid. Think I'm stupid? You're stupid. I'm a retarded genius. Like, what are you? That's how I'd play. So you got to find your flavor, your individual way of doing things that God gave you, and do it. And don't worry about if it's accepted by the collective majority. They're going to give you resistance because they're supposed to. It helps you become more solidified in your own individual authentic expression. If I'm driving my mom's car now. I'm in Florida seeing my mom. That's great. I'm having fun. I enjoy seeing her. I couldn't have done this several years ago. There's no way. I was too busy, like with karma and figuring stuff out, and I just couldn't do it. Now I'm done. I've said before, I'll make videos till I die, and then that's it. Then I'll go do something else on another plane. So I feel very free today because I'm not being pulled anywhere by desires. So I can be with my mom and present and enjoy. Before I'd be bored. I don't want to be here. I got to go do something. So why am I free? Because I went and did everything I wanted to do. That's why. So I wanted to this is what I was going to say. If I had $1 million, I'm driving her car. It's a Nissan Sentra, 2004. It only has 70,000 miles. She don't drive much. It runs perfect. It's a little rough on the outside, law of decay. It's no different than these bodies, I got more wrinkles than I did when I was 20. I like it though. I like being out of the collective mainstream. Man, that was so much restless work back then. Always checking to see which girl is giving me attraction and, trying to get gains. And man, now I'm chill. I'm just done because I did it. I did it to the extreme, did it till I vomited. That's how you get done. But if I had $1 million, I would not drive a different car. I wouldn't go buy. I've already tasted what it's like to get a sports car. I had one in my early 20s. That was cool. I needed to do that. I had a Mazda, not an RX-7, but something else. And it had a turbo. I like the turbo, right? I like nitrous. So I like that. I like driving girls in the car and picking them up from school and then letting other girls see. I enjoyed that she liked getting in my car. I enjoyed all that. This whole thing the whole package. That's cool. If you're in that stage, you got what are you gonna do? Just do it. Unless you're like Cherie de Amata and you just knew from 15 years old, God's all I want. Yeah, that's rare. some of us, we have these desires, we have to fulfill them to be free. So that's what I did. I had the sport car and I drove it, and I don't need it now. I already know. Well, and then I can end up in jail also. So I have to be careful. But I've already tasted that. I don't need that today. There's nothing I can manifest outside here that's gonna, like, it doesn't add anything to what we already are. That's the point. When you have that realization, then how are you gonna be motivated to, like, focus on that stuff? Now, I'm trying to put myself in some of the people who watch the videos in their situation, so that then I can hear what your mind's saying, and then I can answer, because some are gonna say, well, yeah, but what do? You don't have any food, or, you don't, you're in this hellish situation, like, I need money. Look, this is like a very vast subject. Like, what are we gonna do? Sometimes people say, oh, but you missed this. I'm like, yeah, I got 10, 11, 12 minutes to talk. Like, I'm gonna miss things. I can't hit all the angles. But some of us have different categories of karma. I've found, generally speaking, you have health karma, you have money karma, you have relationship karma, and family karma. One of those categories are gonna predominate usually. Some have all of them, but one will predominate. Some have money karma. I had health karma, okay? So I could say the same thing that you're saying. How can I, if you have money karma, like, how can I, not want to manifest money if I don't have any money? Like, this sucks. Yeah, okay, I had health karma. How can I not want to manifest good health when I have a neurological, like, misfirings that's causing spasms and all kinds of huge discomforts in my body? Okay, God, or spiritual teacher who's saying don't worry about manifestation, how am I gonna not want to manifest? Like, what would you do if you're in this situation? See, I like to play both sides, so you see, like, I'm not some non-dual parrot. Most of you know, though. Still, like, okay, God, what do you want me to do? Like, there's no way you could have this body and not feel a sense of serenity. I need to go manifest. And I did. I went and tried. I was hopping from continent to continent for like 15 years, trying all the best healers, and I had a holistic surgeon in China and all the different plant medicines. I tried all that until finally it came to a natural, organic end. The life force wasn't giving me the juice to do that anymore. It said, you know what? You need to surrender to the cards that have been dealt to you. I surrendered. Wasn't a mental surrender. It was like the kind of surrender if somebody puts a gun on you. It's like, whoa, I surrendered. You didn't have to think about it. It was that kind of surrender. It organically came to that because I exhausted that karma. I had to go try with self-will to control this thing for a while. And then when the surrender took place inside on the deep level, all of a sudden then it's like the neurology started balancing out. It's like, whoa, there was no doctor or pill that did it. They can't. They don't know anything about the body, especially the nervous system and the brain and the liver. I mean, yeah, they maybe give you some ointment to help you heal if you cut your finger, but the big things, like how medical science is nowhere near at the level of understanding how the body works on the deepest level. So what I just shared, you can apply to your money karma. Go try to get money. I'm not saying like just sit home and try to get money. See how the life force is guiding you to get money, and then do that. And then you'll end up either getting money at some point, or you're just going to give up and be like, okay, whatever. I just guess I'm not going to have a bunch of money. And then in that surrender, you might start attracting the money, or you'll be good not attracting it. Either way, there'll be some shift, some miracle that takes place inside, some alchemy thing that happens to where you're wearing different glasses now. Some deep surrender took place. You can't force that to happen, though. That has to happen organically in God's time, via grace. And in the meantime, you do the best you can do, and just wait. Just wait. Sometimes you feel bad. You just got to feel bad till you feel good. You have to struggle until you don't struggle. What are you going to do? Make yourself not struggle? It's like, this is the moment. There's a struggle. Okay, I accept that. Oh, but I can't accept it. Okay, God, can you help me accept this? Because it's like, I have to. And you just start there. That's your spiritual practice. It has to be individual. You have to, this is an individual thing. No teacher can give you the directions on how to be free. They can't. They can point to certain things. You can get some energy listening to people that you connect with, that you feel speaks authentically. It can somehow wake up some of that dormant knowledge that you already have in you. Yeah. But when it comes to the actual in-the-moment practice and application of spiritual principles, and especially the awakening, that has to happen on an individual level. All right, I think this video flowed. Let me know. See you.